Welcome back everyone to the next episode of our Factory Town series. You join me here. I've made a couple of slight changes while I've been waiting for research to finish up. Still waiting on the research, but I thought I'd just go through quickly and show you what we have changed. The barn that was storing the logs here has been removed. I've got rid of the part that was producing the paper and books on this side. We've got enchanted books here and backed up completely, so there's no point in having the book production over here as well. Like, books are only worth 10, enchanted books are worth 20, so literally I get double the resource from it over here, and it was just occupying space and people, so that's all gone. I've also just amplified our shirt production. So we now have two that produce shirts at the front here, and two that just produce cloth at the back here and feeding it in. Split it with the cotton. I possibly want to just increase the speed of this one, just to try and keep, there we go, nothing but cotton on the line there. So that will just make sure we produce more red coins from our shirts, because at the moment we're not producing enough reinforced planks. The iron is currently backlogged and the planks are currently short. Okay, right, we might need to change this up. Maybe have a dedicated plank part. From the looks of this, we're not going to keep, because we're currently trying to get the fluid pipes. Maybe we should store the fluid pipes somewhere else, but I've already started it now. Could pause that for a moment, but another forester, we're rolling in yellow coins, so that's not an issue. Another forester and a lumber mill up here to bring the planks over. It's probably not the end of the world, so yeah, let's do that. We have, after all, just got that reduced in what it needs to do. So having 4 foresters, it's not too bad. When my yellow coins start disappearing, you can all shout at me in the comments about it being here that the problem is. We just want a lumber mill. Just trying to think if we can sidle it into there. That will be fine. And this just needs to be a cloth conveyor. It doesn't need to be anything super fancy. Just want planks. And this will look a little bit weird because of the trees, but I'm fine with it. So I could either go a little bit higher and go over it, or we'll need a grabber, because I don't want to remove the trees because they're part of the forester on there. Could actually improve this to metal conveyors. Because that was storing a constant amount, which is not a help. Okay, we don't need that cotton. That can go. Fertilizer might as well stay, because that, when we're building farms, it will use from there first. Same with the stone, and the conveyors are fine. How much can this hold? $4,000. Okay. Yeah, so those planks are not going to be coming this way for quite some time. Do I just recover that? Also just swap this over to conveyors. Technically means that one's now being a bit more intensely used, but worst case scenario we can drop another farm down or more cotton, whatever it ends up requiring. Here we go, elemental refinery now available. Right, so we need probably ore prospecting first. We do need the elemental jewellery in order to get the necklace and the crown, and that is something we're going to want. And then probably air purification because of the magic conveyors, which are really, really good. But I think we want to be able to try and get the gold, because that's what we're currently lacking. Prospecting, I believe, is going to take pickaxes, if I remember the dev diary. So we're going to want to set up a pickaxe production. So let's see what that's going to take. Reinforced planks and iron plates. I think we're going to want an entirely separate part. We'll ferry them over here when we're done. That can be done with other methods. So we want a place with coal, iron and wood all together. We've got that here. It's not very flat, but we can see to that. We're going to need forges. Just forges and workshop, really. That's everything we're going to need. Yeah, I'm just wondering if we want to maybe build it down here. It's more iron and coal, but what does the mine require for digging coal? Is it just, yeah, just yellow coins? Because putting a mine here and producing both the coal and the iron does not seem like a bad plan. Okay, yeah, talk myself into it. Let's flatten this area. Okay. And just bring that down to the same level. Does lead to some little bit unusual looking cliffs, but okay, so mine. I want to put that in there. Links, it's 46 iron and 13 coal. Weirdly, we lose a little bit of coal if we go a bit to the left, but it should still be within the same area. I'm confused. Oh, the ones that it's touching count more, maybe. Maybe. Either way, that's fine. Right, so you are going to get us coal and iron. And that is going to be output to a pair of forges. Down there. What happened there? So we want the grabber to just get coal there and split. And our grabber to get our iron here, or not the plates. That would be impressive if we could just grab the plates straight out of the ground. And then we want iron plates from you, nails from you. And then we want a workshop here, which will produce our reinforced planks and our pickaxes. So we also need our lumber mill. There, and our forester there. You grab wood and you make planks, and then we just rotate you that way. Go. And yeah, then just pop a barn down there. We do want just grab pickaxes from you, and we'll just put one stack in for now, he says, thinking. That'll just help keep the overall cost down. So it'll take a moment to start producing the pickaxes, but that will work. Let's speed up the mining, as that's going to be the slowest part, especially getting enough iron. But once it starts flowing, that's going to be fine. So there we go, 2 pickaxes, and onwards and upwards. Right, elemental refinery, that's the other part. Extracts ether from elemental stones. I'm trying to remember exactly how that worked. I'm going to want to be near the stones. Air's the one that we've got there. We've got, what, earth down here? It is going to be a case of taking things from one side to the other. So this needs the ether, which is produced by the elemental refinery, and mana crystals, as well as coins of the varying types in order to make the crystals. Yes. Okay. I think we might just purchase these parts and see what we've got going on. More mana shards. So the fact that we've got like earth stones and mana shards there, we might want to make a train that'll carry both down to here. Seems reasonable. Still no gold that I've seen. Which is quite worrying. There we go. Lots of gold there. That's good. Might as well also just pick these up. So we've got firestones as well over there. No other temples, so potentially the other temples are in the island archipelago over there, or down here. Right. Okay. Let's think about how we want to start laying it out. The ethers, having a hub where it's all produced, bringing them all into one place, producing them and then taking them out to the temples until we can build the temples, which is something we get the ability to do off of, or the shrines I should say, off of these. So we'd need to have a certain amount being produced first. Air is the one that I think we're going to want first though, for the conveyors. Earth shrines and the earth boosters are kind of not super relevant. We will want it eventually, but it's not up there. Okay, where's a good deposit of air mana? So over here. That's not too bad to take it over, to be honest. So let's pop ourselves our next set of production parts and get this planned. Don't think we'll finish it this episode, but we can at least make a start. Right. Flan up. So let's have all of this just nicely smoothed out. Bring up the mana shards as well. Let's bring the coal up to the same level. Just get rid of that little area there. Okay. So, step the first, elemental refinery. It's going to take a bunch of resources, but let's double check exactly what we need to put into it. Power and the pure stone itself. There we go. Nice digging for specified ores and minerals in otherwise empty mining shafts. Great stuff. Jewelry next, please, because I want to be able to unlock base level 9. Right, so we're going to need the power part. I think we're going to want the magic forge over here as well. Just because trying to bring more crystals over, we're not doing so hot on them in comparison. This we might want to move a little bit. Yeah, so we'll move that. But let's set up question is, are we going to want to pack things as well? That's an idea. Probably not. Right. Magic Forge. This will take the mana shards and the coal to do. So we're going to want to put a road from there to there. Conveyor. Into there. Harvester drill into there, and we're going to want mana crystals. Now we want later to put things onto a train station, which I think we can set up over here. And I think having 2 silos is going to be the way to do this. So let's just pause this. We're going to want you to have two things of mana crystals. Then we're going to want I think the 4 different ethers, if we bring them all over. Let's just dead space those ones for the moment. Okay, so that silo is going to be filtered to mana crystals. This will be whatever our ether production is at any given time. We may want to put more silos and more things in future, but for now that is fine. Right. So elemental refinery goes down here. You're going to make air ether. We're going to want to have a mana transmitter. Doesn't need to be far away. Mana receiver. How much does it take per thing? Is it 2? So we probably only need 1 recharger. We'll see. That might change. We might put a second one in. And mana pipes go there with a mana connector. We don't need that one technically, but it does its thing. In fact, we might not even need that mana pipe. Might be able to input through that one and output through that one, but digressing. I want you to bring some crystals over to there, please, just to get us kick-started. And then while you're doing that, I think, yeah, it needs to be a mining drill for a harvester drill for this as well. And that should be enough crystals for my mind. Were you not putting the power in properly? Are you just literally cycling? You are. Right, okay, let's take that out. Does this work? Yes. No. Crystal's not moving now. Might need to just, in fact, yeah, let's just move all of this over one. A little bit annoying, but apparently you need a little bit of distance. That just means I need to bring crystals back over again. That's fine. Not running short on them. Do we want to put another silo, and that actually deposits into a silo that deposits into the refinery? Does it matter? Builds up a bit more of a buffer, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. So let's put a silo here. You actually deposit into the silo, please. And you do that. Just gives us a little bit of a buffer. And that, I think, will be enough. Yeah, that's plenty. And then just bring a conveyor over to there. You can store the ether in that. Excellent. I think that's enough for this session. Next session we'll work out how we get our rail to take the mana crystals and the ether over to our air temple in order to start producing air crystals, and then what we do with those air crystals. Spoiler alert, it's going to be bringing them back somewhere, but where I'm not 100% sure. Maybe just down here, and we'll just stock them at the other end of this train station. Or more to the point, have a second train station that things go to in order to empty, and then bring things off. We're certainly going to need to take them over to here. So let's start the air purification. We'll work out how we do things from there. So thank you very much for joining me this time. I will see you in the next episode as we continue with our magical researchers.